And then we're going to go ahead and start the operational briefing. This is the operational briefing for the LNU Lightning Complex for September 3rd, 0700 to September 4th, 0700. My name is Jeff Wyndham, Plant Section Chief for Incident Management Team 2. I'd like to remind everybody, please ensure that you have your mask on, your social distancing. Also, this briefing is being broadcast on CDF TAC 27 as well as YouTube. You can get to the YouTube channel by following the link on the cover of your IAP. Please ensure that your cell phones, radios are turned off and any side conversations are taken out of the room. And now a situational update with Night Operations Landon Hack.
Good morning. Again, over on Myers, this continues to be looking good. On Wallbridge, continued mop up, continued hazard reduction, and working with the residents and the community as this begins to get repopulated. Over on the East Zone, fire suppression repair has done a lot of work from Charlie all the way around Sierra. They're ready to move into Tango as soon as the mop up gets finished up in here. They're still mopping up here. We've got pretty good heat in Tango still, probably another day or two on that. Last night in Whiskey, Victor, these lines in here did get tied in. So that project up in there that's been a target for a couple days got finished up last night. Some continued work being done in the pocket in here. These are getting cut in, and that's moving forward. So this should be finished up by today too, probably.
For management objectives, we're going to provide for emergency personnel and public safety at all times, ensure COVID-19 precautions and best practices are met at all times, protect property improvement and infrastructure, ensure coordinated, timely, and accurate release of public information, foster and maintain relationships with all cooperators and stakeholders, protect economic, natural, cultural, and heritage resources, and maintain fiscal accountability and keep costs commensurate with the values at risk. For Branch 10, we're going to keep the fire north of the Russian River, south of Kelly Road, east of King Ridge Road, west of Dry Creek Road. On Branch 20, 25, 30, and 40, we're going to keep the fire north of Highway 12, south of Highway 20, east of Highway 29, and west of Highway 16 and Sand Creek Road. Now with weather, incident meteorologist Eric Kurth.
Good morning, everyone. Well, we had another cool night. The marine layer came in and we've gotten some good recoveries, especially at the lower levels, but we are seeing some warming and drying up at the higher peaks where humidity levels are 30 to 40% less at Atlas and Hawkeye, and the temperature's going up, and we're going to see that trend go across the area today. That marine layer is a little more shallow than what we saw yesterday, so the clouds are going to break a little quicker, and then we're going to see the drying and warming. We still do have that prevailing southwest flow, and that will pick up the winds around that 2:30 p.m. time that we normally see. It's not going to be quite as strong, and we are going to see humidity levels drier, 14 to 20% in the afternoon, and then that trend is really going to kick in later this evening and tonight. We're going to see recoveries only about 30 to 40%, which is similar to some of the minimum humidity levels we've seen. Temperatures today are going to be in the 90s, reaching the upper 90s down in the valleys. So it's going to be hotter than what we've seen. And then this weekend, we're going to have some real heat where it's going to be up to 109 degrees in the lower elevations. There's an excessive heat watch from Saturday through Monday. So something to watch out. Even here in camp, it's going to be very hot, very dry conditions, and we see that trend going on. For more details, look at your IAP on page 4. Thank you.
Fire Behavior Analyst Hugh Scanlon.
So hot, dry conditions continue to set in. Energy release components 90% plus, and they're going to continue to rise. This is the opportunity to finally put this thing to bed. So Wallbridge, IR was flown last night. most of Walbridge and the upper half of Hennessy were scanned. There's still a lot of residual heat in Walbridge, specifically seeing heat in divisions Lima, Delta, and Bravo. There's quite a bit of heat that's still out there. You guys need to get in and see if that heat can get rooted out, because we need to try to make sure that the fire doesn't stand up as it gets into some of these finer fuels that are still out there. Well, I did get out to Walbridge yesterday. I could see active flames in some isolated locations, so it still has the potential to go. Moving on to Hennessy, branch 20, Tango Tango uniform. Again, isolated heat throughout the entire upper section of this fire. Nothing looks like it's threatening the lines. You guys have done a fantastic job on that. But as you've got the conditions dry with the wind starting to hit it and clear air, expect to see little areas where the fire starts getting a little bit more active, and you might get some islands burning out. So be aware for that, and don't be surprised when it happens. As far as aviation goes, everything's looking pretty good with very few smoke impacts for the aviation program, so have a productive shift.
Day operations, Chris Waters, and resource unit leader, Dan Brown, with roll call and work assignments.
Good morning. All branch 10 roll call will occur after this briefing in the Sonoma County Fairgrounds. This morning, fire suppression repair branch, Jason Butcher. Here. Suppression East, Len Nielsen.
Here.
Branch 20, Spencer Andreas.
Here.
Carl Schwetman.
Here.
Division Sierra Sierra Tango Tango will be known as Tango Tango on the radio, J.C. Greenberg.
Here.
Union, Robert Clark.
Here.
Branch 25, Bill Lopez.
Here.
Mark Lee.
He's on the way.
Division Victor Whiskey, we named Victor on the radio, Derek Sheffens.
Here.
And James Flynn.
Here.
Branch 3040 would be division group Charlie, Golf, Kilo, Mike, Zulu, be known as Mike on the radio, William Otterman.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and start off with Walbridge. Continue to mop up, patrol, haul back trash, support suppression repair. The suppression repair operation is going to start to move into that area a lot more aggressively in the next few days. Additionally, out in Division Delta, as we get into that drying train, once that marine layer pulls back, we want to make sure we keep an eye on those areas that have that indirect line down that canyon on the west side of the fire. Moving over to the Hennessy, Tango, man, we want to really get that mopped up good. Still some heat there, showed scattered heat. As the fire behavior analyst indicated earlier, we're going to a drying train. We're going to want to monitor that line to make sure nothing else wakes up and continues. And then across the north end, we actually did pretty good in tying in that line, but the one thing I want to remind you is that while the tempo has changed a little bit around here, things are starting to look really good. We are going into a significant drying trend, so if there's anything out there that was holding over and was not coming up, it's going to come up now, and you're going to have to really monitor the line. So if you're working on a piece of line that's pretty quiet, don't be lulled into complacency when it comes to monitoring the edge of that fire to make sure we've got everything taken care of. Additionally, local response. We're going to have to make sure that we're in the mental frame of mind to be able to provide local response resources in the event there's another start. We had one out there in Clear Lake Oaks, did a great job. That's kind of the mindset we're going to need to be in. So, thank you.
Air Operations Branch Director, Mike Deacon.
Good morning, everyone. Today we got a reduced fleet of helicopters available. We got 5 Type 1s, 2 Type 2s, and a handful of Type 3 aircraft. Operational priorities today are going to be initial attack, support the unit, and bucket work for you guys. Over on the Walbridge side, order what you need through H3 on command, and then we'll augment as necessary through 7M Helibase. 7M Helibase also on command. And if you need porta tanks filled, we can support that as well. Air to ground frequency the same, east and west, the TAC 24s and TAC 25s. Have a good day.
Medical Unit Leader, Josh Clark.
Morning, thank you. Still continue to support your crew needs. We have the CalMat over there on the north side by the track, and then we also have Mert down here for any crew members. Ambulances are still out there for any crew needs. I know for people as far as getting tired, and make sure you focus on yourselves and keep your health at the forefront of your brain. As far as make sure you review your IWIV cards if you need them, and then make sure you focus on crew well-being, because the health is the reflection of the mind. Thank you.
Communications Unit Leader, John McCormick.
Good morning. So no change in comms. If you need to refer to your comm plan, you'll find that on 27, 28, and 29. We do have an updated repeater map that shows where Command 26 is on Mohawk Ridge. If you have any if you have any radios that you turned in to have repaired, we do have a cache of them over there sitting in the box. Make sure you come over and see us. Have a safe shift.
Safety Officer, Chad Thompson.
All right, good morning, you guys. Let's continue this trend. The trend is we have a phenomenal safety record, minor injuries, minor accidents. That's because you guys are paying attention. Please continue that. Make sure everyone gets a briefing. Today, hotter, drier weather, actively patrol, the fuels are receptive, anticipate new starts. Stay engaged, guys, and we'll get out of this all safe. Thank you.
DMOB Unit Leader, Stan Atchison.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Just want to remind you, take a look at page 35 on your IEP. It's the DMOB instructions. For all Branch 10 resources, you'll start your DMOB there at Santa Rosa. Everything else will start here at Calistoga. If you're unassigned today, take a look at the DMOB list and see if you're on there. And as always, report to DMOB at your scheduled time, wear your mask, and only one representative from each resource report to DMOB. Thanks.
For finance, please ensure that you're getting your shift tickets turned in to the time unit, as well as you can refer to page 38 and 39 in your incident action plan for off-site feeding requirements. Now with PIO, Daniel Ramey.
Good morning, Daniel Ramey, Public Information. It's going to be an IEP 41, page 41. For social media posts, like we said before, just run them through the PIO shop. We appreciate that. Any pictures you have, just send them to the email on page 41 in the IEP. We still have a lost and founds. If you're missing anything, swing by. For any questions about this briefing, you can call 707-967-4207. For the complex, we're at 375,209 acres at 81% contained. The Hennessy Fire, we're at 317,909 acres and 78% contained. For the Wallbridge Fire, we're at 54,940 acres burned and 88% contained. And we're at 200, for the Myers, we're at 230. Myers, we're at 2,360 acres burned, and we're at 100% contained. When you're on the line today and you're working with the public, they're going back to their homes, please let them know if there is snags, there is trees that are damaged, and if they have any questions, call the information line. Thank you.
Couple closing comments for this briefing before you guys go to your breakouts. Branch 10 will continue to be supported out of the Sonoma County Fairgrounds. If you were here at the Calistoga briefing and you were reporting to Branch 10, ensure that you go to your drop point so that you can receive a briefing from your division supervisor. For unassigned resources, they'll be over here with Dan Brown. For cooperators meeting at 10 here in this room, planning meeting at 1700, next operational briefing at 7, and our branch breakouts are located along the walls, starting at branch 20, working around the room to branch 40, with fire suppression repair in the far left corner. Have a safe shift. Thank you.